I was kind of surprised to see people coming up and asking me for my autograph, but it's pretty cool.
They see the future.
Yeah, for real. I mean, a lot of people.
Do you get hit up by girls a lot?
I do.
Like in the DMs or?
DMs, yeah.
What does it look like?
What does
Show us
that
the
mean?
pictures.
What do the girls look like?
No. What does the DMs look like?
Like normal, it's like normal pickup line, like, hey, what are you doing? Like, are you going out to this party or something?
way.
Yeah.
Is your girlfriend out of town?
Yeah. What's your girlfriend doing?
Really?
Yeah.
They say that?
I mean, they wouldn't say.
Chicks don't care. They're bad, especially college chicks. They're bad these days, man.
They don't care at all, huh?
No.
What would they care about? What do you mean?
Well, I just
They have
assumed
nothing
that.
to lose.
I just assumed that like girls around here are like
No.
more respectful. And
Yeah,
No.
like held back. Yeah, you
More
would think that being in the
conservative,
Midwest, but
Yeah.
it's college. It's
It ain't
free
like
for all.
that, huh?
No.
So do you not? What do you do? Just ignore them, or?
All right, welcome back to Ill Eagle Culture Brands Red Tape Talk. I'm your host, John Ostos, a.k.a. Ill Eagle CEO, and I'm here with my two counterparts, Dion, Two Cup Larry, and Cody, Big Meat Mauk.
Yeah.
And today we have another special guest with us, and I'll let Cody do an intro for the kid.
Yes, we have Peder Haugo. Welcome to the show, Peter.
Thank you, guys.
I got a little intro for you. Today, we are excited to introduce a truly exceptional young athlete and scholar on the podcast. A 2024 graduate of Fargo North High School, he left an incredible mark on the field, in the classroom, and in his community. As a 3-year starter under Coach Adam Rowland, he showcased his incredible versatility and determination, excelling as both a running back and linebacker. This standout athlete is a 3-time All-Conference and 3-time All-State honoree, twice earning first-team recognition. His senior year was nothing short of legendary as he rushed for a school record of 1,512 yards and 26 touchdowns, leading Fargo North to a Class 2A state championship. By the time his high school career wrapped up, he had set school records with 3,418 rushing yards and 60 touchdowns, while also contributing 128 total tackles, 27 tackles for loss, and 6 interceptions, and more on defense. Beyond the gridiron, he's a multi-sport talent who competes in basketball, track, and field, balancing his athletic pursuits with academic and excellence as a member of the National Honor Society. With plans to major in biology, he's gearing up for a bright future both on and off the field. Please welcome an extraordinary individual and athlete who exemplifies hard work, leadership, and dedication, Mr. Peder Haugo.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I've heard those stats for a while. Kind of have myself gassed up.
That's awesome, huh?
You're ready to play now, huh?
I am ready to get going.
So, how was it playing under Rowland at Fargo North?
I mean, he's just a great coach. He played at the Division I level. He played at UND, and he played running back, so where I was at, and just gave everybody a lot of confidence. I feel like just with his expertise that everybody knew he had, just always made sure that, you're going out on the right step every day at practice, before every game. He was just giving everybody confidence and boosting us all up.
Yeah, I actually know him because he's from my hometown, and I just remember like watching him and play hockey and play football, and all of us younger kids always looked up to him because he was always the guy. He was that dude. So that's awesome for him to see him succeed as on the coaching side of the ball too.
Is that Aaron's brother?
Yep, Aaron's older brother. Yep.
Nice.
So when you guys played in the championship, you guys got to the championship your junior year, correct?
Yep, junior year.
And then you played for the championship and won your senior year.
Yeah.
That was like the year that you guys were like all-stars, all of you.
Yeah.
It was like the big time all-stars.
Yeah, senior year, I think a handful of us were all state. Everybody was basically all conference. And I think just after the junior year, after we lost in the state championship, I feel like we all kind of had a different mindset going into our senior year, just knowing the feeling of being in the big stage, losing. We knew we wanted to get back there and get it done finally.
Who'd you guys play?
Junior year we played Jamestown, and senior year we played Grand Forks Central.
Okay, nice.
But you yourself were in the gym quite a bit,
Yeah.
you know, working out and improving and getting bigger and stronger. And
Uh-huh.
there was a couple of you guys that were doing that a lot.
Yeah, we were trying to stay in the gym. Just we know obviously football is a physical sport, and you know, bigger, faster, stronger always can help you on the field. But I feel like we were in the weight room more to stay out of injury.
Yeah.
Just kind of prehab and everything, and it's a long season, so staying in the weight room
Yeah.
has a lot of benefits.
So when did NDSU get a hold of you?
It was first after my sophomore year.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
It was early. Yeah. I think
They saw the potential.
Yeah.
When was that? 2021?
21. Yeah, fall of 21. I had my first 4 games. I think, man, I had a handful of touchdowns, maybe a couple interceptions. Like, I feel like that was probably the best 4-game stretch I had in my high school career.
And you weren't as
Was that
tall back
sophomore.
then, right? When you were a sophomore, or were you still pretty tall?
I was still pretty tall.
Okay.
I think I was probably only like 180. So I think I was a lot faster back then in sophomore year compared to freshman year. But, yeah, after my first 4 games, I kind of had a crazy first 4 games, and they reached out to me, kind of said, hey, we're interested. We'll see where
How did they reach out?
it's over Twitter. Like, all of
What?
football recruiting is all over Twitter.
No way.
Yeah, it's all done on Twitter. I mean, you post your highlight film there. Coaches follow you. That's just kind of where it's all done.
That's interesting to know. I had no clue that's how
Yeah.
it was used.
So what did they do? Did they message you, or did they like repost like, hey, Peter, hit us up? Or how did that go?
Well, first they follow you.
Okay.
And then you kind of get in your mind like, wow, like they're looking at my tape. They're obviously a little interested. And there's like a certain timeline in which they can reach out to you. So as a sophomore, I don't think they can reach out to you until it's like September. So I think,
To let you know that they're interested.
yeah.
Okay.
So then once September came around, they let me know that they're interested. They sent me like a graphic, asked me to come to a game and come to a visit. And kind of from there, we kind of just built a different relationship. And
God,
yeah,
so
kinda
you
where it
knew
started.
since like sophomore year that they were interested.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What position are you looking to play here? Like going into next year? Are you
Yeah. So hold on. So you signed. You
Yep.
signed, but you signed as a safety, right?
Yeah, signed as like a strong safety,
okay?
like Sam linebacker.
Did
kinda
you-
like a hybrid?
Did you foresee that? Like, because you played running back and linebacker your whole high school career. Did you foresee the safety position?
Not really. I mean, by all the schools I was recruited by, it was only defense. So I kind of figured there had to be like some element in my athleticism that didn't match up with running back. Maybe I
tall.
was just like too big.
You're really tall.
or like
yeah.
something like that. And so I kind of knew going into college that everybody wanted me to play linebacker and safety. So
Yeah.
That's good.
yeah, which then in fall camp, I don't know if you guys know, I ended up playing running back this year.
Yeah, that's
Season.
what I was wondering
Yeah.
what happened that you switched back to running back. Like, what was the deal?
So all summer I was training as a linebacker and as a safety, kind of with the hopes of me playing defense in the fall. And then fall camp comes around. I think on the 4th fall camp practice, one of the running backs, Brika Pinu from
Yeah.
Cheyenne.
Yep.
Yeah, she went to Cheyenne.
Yep.
Ended up hurting his knee, and Coach Tim Polsek comes to me. I'm sitting in like the linebackers room, like we're watching film. He's like, I know like you kind of have your heart set on playing defense, but are you willing to try out running back? Like we're low on numbers right now. There's a bunch of people hurt in that room, so will you come try it out? And I was like, sure, why not? I'll give it a shot because I knew. I mean, the coach is asking you to do something. You're gonna
You're gonna do it.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So
So did you get up right then and just like go to?
yeah,
different
I was
room?
literally in the linebacker room watching the linebacker film. Coach comes, grabs me on the shoulder. He's like, running backs. Went up there, and that's kind of where it all turned around. So
then what?
so obviously I was at the bottom of the depth chart. There were like 6 or 7 guys ahead of me at that point, and kind of just went through the process of fall camp and beat 3 or 4 guys out,
Nice.
which I didn't expect to happen at all because, I mean, I've been in the room for 2 weeks. Like, I beat a bunch of people out. And we were having meetings going into the Colorado game, like position meetings with their position coach. And Coach Landry asked me if I could, or like told me that I'm going to be dressing for the game. And if Brigapinu didn't get healthy, I would be playing in the game. So, I mean, going from me going into the fall camp, them saying I'm playing running back or linebacker, and then by the end of fall camp, I'm expected to play in the Colorado game as a running back, a completely different position. I mean, I was kind of just mind blown.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then he knew, or is that how you say his name?
Yep.
He came back, right?
Yeah, he came back before the Colorado game.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I wasn't upset because, I mean, that's what was best for the team. But I was really looking forward to getting
play.
Yeah.
It's a big stage.
Yeah,
to
true
play.
Freshman
Yeah.
playing against the Buffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going from playing North Dakota State high school football 1 year, and then within, like, the next, 8 months, I'm playing against Dion and Shadur
Yeah.
and Travis Hunter. Like, crazy.
Crazy.
That would have been insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So after the Buffs, what happens then? Like, are you where are you at in the depth chart?
So I was sitting fourth on the depth chart. So they traveled 4 guys, and 4 guys got to dress. And I was kind of just sitting on the sidelines, getting in during the garbage minutes. I got to play in 4 games, so I kept my red shirt, but I still got to get some experience and got to learn behind TK and BK, the veterans, and just kind of waited out the whole year, learned everything I could. And
what was it like when you actually got in there and got to run the ball? Was it a big difference?
Oh, there's a big difference from high school. I mean, the guys
were you scared the first time?
I was the first. We were playing Tennessee State, and that's an HBCU school. So like they're linebackers 6'3", 230, like jacked. They're black with tattoos. I was like, holy crap!
Just look like grown men.
Yeah, like grown men. And then I think that first carry, I busted out like a 6-yard run. And that kind of got into my head, like, wow, I can actually hang with these guys. Like, it wasn't as big of a difference as what it like visually looked like.
Yeah,
it wasn't as big of a difference. So.
Do you have you seen some of the stuff with like eligibility coming out of like you can do 2 years of JUCO and then that doesn't count towards your eligibility? How do you feel about that kind of stuff?
I mean, I'm kind of opposed to it just because there's some dogs that can come out of JUCO and imagine they have 5 years after the 2 years in JUCO. It's kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. But I mean, college football is making some crazy decisions lately with NIL and everything, and I feel like maybe in the next few years it'll be brought back or something like that.
What do you think? That's a money grab? Like they wanted to make it more competitive?
They're going to make it very, very competitive because you're talking.
That's what I'm saying.
You can be 23 years old, 24 years old, and you're starting.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just like these bodybuilding competitions adding another class. It's like they're wanting more competition. They want to bring in more viewers.
Yeah. So
make it more interesting to watch.
If you're not a super looked at guy at first, like he played as a freshman. A lot of guys don't get that chance. Ideally, if you are not getting your schooling paid for at all, you go to a junior college where you can get your schooling paid for. You play for a year, you get bigger, you get fed, you don't have to eat. You don't have to pay to eat. You just eat.
You have all kinds of epiphanies from when you played to then.
Exactly. You grow. You get out of being a kid a little bit more, and then you go to a real school. You redshirt. You're on the team. You're practicing. Then the next year you play. You're freaking steps ahead of the actual first year players. Like that's going to be insane. But everybody can do it. But a lot of people who are disadvantaged in other areas, I feel like, are going to have a big advantage in playing football.
For sure.
So it's interesting, but that just gives you more of a reason to train hard and be an animal. So
what was it like at the Buff Stadium? What was that like?
It was wild. I mean,
was it loud?
Day, so crazy.
Was it?
Yeah. Opening day, I mean, we were the underdog. We actually brought a pretty good crowd. NDSU did. We traveled really well. But I just remember, Travis was being announced during warm-ups. The stadium just went wild.
Yeah.
I mean, just yelling. Like, it was insane. And after every touchdown, their music was crazy. They were playing Perfect Timing by Shadur. Like, I know that's the song. Yeah. They were playing that song, and I mean, like, I felt like the ground was literally shaking. It was just so loud.
That would be so crazy.
How geeked were you guys when you guys were like just, battling back and forth, going back and forth to these guys? What was the sideline like?
I feel like, so NDSU, obviously we're an FCS school, but we know we compete with anybody.
Yeah.
And the seniors, like after we lost that game, the seniors were disappointed. Like we were going into that game to win. We weren't there just to
be there.
Just to be there.
clout.
Yeah, just for the clout or whatever. No, like Tim Polisek made it known to us that we're there to go in and compete with them. So when we were battling back and forth, I feel like it was just a normal game. We expected to be battling back and forth, but when it came down to the wire and we didn't pull out,
I think that they thought that they were going to blow you guys out of the wire.
100%.
Sure.
They saw a bunch of FCS players
because you could tell
3-star.
watching it on TV. I don't know if did you rewatch it?
I didn't rewatch it.
So
no.
if you watch it on TV, you'll see like you could tell Dion was getting really frustrated.
Yeah.
Really frustrated.
Yeah.
And that was just you guys playing NDSU football.
Yeah, playing our brand, playing
Yeah.
tough, playing with love for each other.
That's dope.
Yeah.
But God, dude, that game, the ending of that game was wild.
It was. I feel like there were a couple calls that missed. Obviously, I'm biased a little bit, but maybe something had to do with them, wanting to not sell their season out and keep more coverage because if, like, most hyped up team in FBS goes out to an FCS opponent right away.
First game.
That's a bad look.
First
really
game.
bad.
Yeah.
That's a bad look. So I feel like some calls could have went either way, but you know what? It's all right.
Do you feel like, obviously you guys are all brothers and stuff, but you being a freshman going up and practicing like actively with the seniors and stuff
Yeah.
like that, like, do you feel like they had like you had a ticket on your back or anything like that, or they were pretty nice to you?
Definitely like the first maybe 2 months, I wouldn't say had it out for you. It was more like testing you, seeing how tough you were, seeing if you're like an actual man, like stuff like that. It was all out of love. Like they just like you're their brother, but they want you to see you succeed, so they're gonna do everything they can to push you to the limit. And definitely like the first 2 months they were really tough on me, but once I kind of proved myself a little bit in practice and made some of the more gritty plays, they started treating me like one of the seniors or one of the upperclassmen.
Good.
Which was nice.
Did you get hazed?
We did get hazed going in. I can't really say what
Yeah.
they did, obviously, but we did get hazed. Yeah.
Nice.
Nothing too bad though, was it?
No, nothing too bad.
You were able to handle
He's still on the
Yeah,
team.
I'm still
isn't he?
here. I'm still alive.
That's good.
Yep.
That's always fun stuff. I mean, it builds on your relationship with your people, So
Yeah.
that's good to know. How was your first year of school? Did you feel like it was difficult or easy, like academics wise, training wise? Were you used to training as hard as you did, or no?
I would say the first couple weeks was really tough, just trying to balance school and football. I mean, in high school, your main focus is academics, and then sports come second. But I feel like in college, it was kind of flipped. Like you're expected to perform and lift all the time, and school kind of comes second. They say it comes first, but it really doesn't. It's really your training and your lifting and practice and meetings that comes first.
Yeah.
So with that, like school, the first couple of weeks was tough, but once I kind of got into the routine of everything and figured out to just how to manage my time the best, then it kind of.
What's the schedule look like for Division I?
I mean, our busiest days are Tuesdays, so it was up. We had 6:30 a.m. meetings before class, and then from 6:30 to 7:30 you have your meetings. Then you got to head over to breakfast because you can't miss a meal. They track your meals.
Oh, really?
Yep.
This
And
is
you-
dope.
You're
Yeah.
serious about it.
Yeah, I like that.
Can't miss your meals. And then, you have class typically from, let's say, like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then 3 p.m. or at 3:30, we're back to meetings. So 3:30 to 4:30, we have meetings. 4:30, walkthrough over at the IPF. And then 4:45 to like 6:15, 6:30 was practice. And then after practice, you're going to go eat. You're getting treatment on your body. So you're not getting out of the facility until 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then you're going out or going back to the dorm to study. So,
It's a full-time job.
yeah, you don't have
That's
any.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
That was Tuesdays, our busiest days.
Okay.
But most of the days are pretty similar.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was.
Do they like do your guys' nutrition for you as well, or are they just tracking that you're eating meals?
They're just tracking that you're eating. I mean, at the beginning of the season, they kind of go over what kind of macros you have to eat and what your weight gain goal is. If you have to gain weight, lose weight, what your body fat percentage is. If they want you to put 5% or have your body fat percentage go up 5% or go down 5%. So they kind of give you the guidelines before.
What do they want you at?
Well, yeah, did you gain weight from your senior
I did.
to freshman year?
Yeah, I gained 15 pounds in season because all the freshmen are in Devo lift, development lift. So you lift 4 times a week. Was still practicing. So my body was
Sore?
Oh, I was sore every day.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could be sore every day after lifting, but
Did you sit in the ice tub then?
yeah,
Okay.
cold tub every day after practice. So.
Yeah.
That's good. 15 pounds.
15 pounds is a lot.
of lean muscle too. Because
in 1 year.
yeah,
Are
it was
you
in like 4 months actually?
Are you holding on to it still then, or are you gaining more, or are you kind of staying the same now that you're not?
I'm probably staying the same. I mean, he doesn't want you to eat into weight. He wants you to train into weight. So while we have time off, I'm just kind of maintaining it. 220.
Good.
That's where I'm sitting at. So
When you have your height and weight in like the records, is it up a little, or what are we talking here?
no, they're not gassing it.
Spot
You
on.
padded a little, yeah.
No, it's spot on.
How tall are you?
6'2".
6'2". Jesus,
Yeah,
dude, that's
and then it has
insane.
me listed at 213, and that was like in the middle of the season is when they took our measurements.
Okay.
Now I'm 220.
So they're not putting 6'3", 6'4".
No, they're not gassing anything. Maybe for the linemen they're putting like 5 pounds on, but for everybody else they're kind of keeping it spot on.
If you're a lineman and you can move like some of the linemen do, you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? If you can run faster than most regular people, you can do it and say what you want to do. Like,
So what was the feeling like going down to or getting ready for the national championship?
I mean, we were the underdogs going into that game. Montana State was undefeated. And we came off a big win off of SDSU, and I feel like
By the way, so glad that you guys beat those guys twice.
twice.
For sure.
So glad.
And now look at their program.
Yep.
Their whole coaching staff left. Everybody hit the transfer portal.
The transfer. Yep.
Yeah.
I saw a
Oh, good.
video of I think it was the quarterback. He like ran out of bounds and then he went and tipped your guys' garbage
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
That
I
was
was standing
the
right
Montana. Yeah.
Oh, that
was
one.
Montana.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
Bobby Trash.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
there. Yeah.
So what was the feeling like when you guys were getting ready? Like you guys were kind of, I guess, had a point to prove.
Yeah.
It seemed like compared to last year, because last year was such a disappointing loss.
Yeah.
You know,
It was a tough loss going out like
It
that
was-
at Montana.
yeah. And then the year prior, it was against SDSU and we got blown out.
Yep.
So it was almost like you're like you had to prove a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what was the talk with all the guys? And are you hanging out with like the main crew, or are you
Yeah,
hanging out
we
with the
still-
younger guys?
I'm more hanging out with the younger guys,
Yeah.
but we spend so much time just together as a team, so you're kind of around everybody. But Coach P from the beginning of the year talked about the seniors leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
So I think those last 2 weeks that we had to prepare, I mean, they really pushed everybody hard. They made sure nobody was slacking. Like, you had to finish every rep through the line. And, I mean, they just wanted to leave a legacy. They wanted to go out as champions, and I feel like they put the work in to do that. So,
Did you guys do a lot of conditioning work?
no, at the end of the season, we didn't do any conditioning work. We were already fit enough from the 10 other games we had played throughout the season. But
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season, you do a lot of conditioning work, and then kind of as you get into it, you taper it down.
Okay.
Just because.
Did you run into any like injuries or jams since? I mean, you played a little, so and obviously you practiced a lot.
Yeah.
So did you get into any injuries or anything like that?
I didn't have any major injuries, but there's always bumps and bruises that come along. Like, you'll roll your ankle, 2 weeks you'll be limping on it, but you still got to go out there and practice. Or maybe you'll get like a concussion, but you have to sweep it under the rug because the guys need you out there to practice. You
You don't want to lose your spot.
Yeah, you don't want to. Nobody wants to lose their spot because every day you're sitting out, coaches are evaluating somebody else, they're taking your reps. So, I mean, I would say a big thing with concussions is I feel like people get 2 to 3 concussions a year, but they kind of just blow it under the rug just because they don't want their spot to get taken and they don't want to look soft or something like that.
I mean, and the thing with concussions, just so everybody is clear, it's a good ring. Like sometimes you just get your bell rung and you don't
Yeah.
think about it. It's not like you're destroyed for weeks. You
No.
know, it's not like that kind of
pulling a
concussion.
Tua.
Yeah, no. You just get your bell rung and
some
then
fencing.
you move on with your life. So
Yeah.
definitely. Do you feel like you are going to stay in this running back position then? Going back to that question, is that the goal for the next season?
Dion, I'm getting there. I'm working my way up to the national championship. I want to talk to the national championship.
Okay.
So you guys fly down to, what is it, the Toyota Stadium?
Toyota Stadium, yep.
Yeah. So as a freshman, playing in the Fargo Dome, now you're playing in the Toyota Stadium. It's packed, right?
Yeah.
What is that like coming out on the field?
I was kind of emotional, honestly, because I'm a North Fargo kid, and I haven't really been an NDSU fan my whole life, but I've grown up with them, and I've seen like the legacy that they've left, and I just felt like a sense of pride, a huge sense of pride, running out there with the team with the green and gold and the NDSU all over my chest. I felt like it was a normal game for most of the other guys, though. They were professionals about it. They knew what had to get done, and they didn't let the spotlight, get to them. Cam was ice cold all year, and I feel like a true mark of a professional is treating every game like it's the same. I feel like it just helped him in the long run.
Yeah. I mean, when I was watching that game, I thought in the first half it was going to be a blowout, with the NDSU just
came out 21.
Kind of going off. But then they came out the second half and were like something. They did some adjustments.
Yeah.
It got a little scary at the second half.
Then, Tommy Trashcan came out, and that kid was fast.
Yeah, he was.
For a white boy, he was fast.
He can move.
That boy can run.
Yeah.
But in the end, you guys prevailed. What were you around the coach when they came up with the punt plan?
I wasn't. They normally just kind of huddle up as a punt group.
Okay.
So I know they were out there to punt, and they called a timeout. And then they went back to the huddle, and I think there's 10 seconds left on the clock, maybe. Just kick it up.
So it was so I remember, I think it was like, I don't know. I think it might have been, God, who was it? It might have been Brock Jensen. Similar scenario, national championship. Takes the ball, runs around with it, and kills the clock.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was. It was one of our, excellent quarterbacks we had. But that's why I think they loaded up the line and they didn't have anybody back there because we thought we were going to just run around with it and kill the clock.
Ball and run around with it in the back. Yeah.
But, dude, that punt could have been any more perfect. The way it just kept rolling.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the clock. I was like, no way. Because they were saying the announcers were saying that these guys were probably going to get like 4 or 5 seconds left with the ball. And sure enough, they killed the clock, dude. Awesome. That was like, no way. What a perfect way to end it. I was like, screw you, Tommy Trashcan. Damn. Yeah. So, did you get up on the stage or no? Did they let you up there?
Oh, yeah, everybody was up there.
Yeah, everybody was up there?
I was kind of tucked away in the back. I wasn't in the back because I still had my pads on and all the true freshmen were kind of behind us. But no, I was definitely up on the stage celebrating with the guys. So,
did you get to touch the trophy?
Oh, yeah. I'll have tons of pictures with it.
God, that's awesome.
It was kind of going around in the hotel lobby after the game.
How was the hotel? Was that pretty lit?
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild. I think all the players kind of got back at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And all the parents were probably up until 3 or 4 in the lobby just partying.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
It'll make you want to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after seeing that, now let's talk about the future. So they had you listed as a running back. So what are you going to do to keep your spot?
Just obviously, I feel like building a relationship with the coach is a lot bigger than people make it out to be. So just stay in contact with Coach Landry, obviously, over the offseason. But I think where I can definitely improve is just getting my speed up. I think I'm one of the faster guys on the team, but I don't have the quickness that some of the other running backs do.
Like side to side?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to make up with that.
What's your 40?
Like 4.4.
Nice.
Yeah, I run a good 40. Awesome. And my weight's probably good, 220. I don't want to get too heavy where I start losing too much speed, but just keep my speed up and stay in the weight room, stay healthy.
Do you do a lot of resistance training, like bands and stuff?
Yeah, we do that all the
explosive
time.
Work and
Yep, Coach Kramer has us go through plyometrics, resistance training, a bunch of the weird exercises, but they show up on the field. So
nice. So going into next year, you'll be a sophomore. How many people are going to be in front of you? Potentially,
there will be 2, potentially 3.
Okay.
So I think they'll probably rotate 4 backs next year, which will be nice. I won't get a majority of the carries, but I think I'll probably
get a few.
I'll definitely be getting a lot more carries than I did this year because I won't have eligibility to worry about. But
yeah,
they'll probably rotate 4 of us, and Marty Brown will lead the way, and BK will probably be second, OJ, and then me. So.
And Bryce Lance is a junior this year, right?
Yeah.
So he's got another year left.
He does have another year.
That's crazy.
We'll see if he comes back. Hopefully they can find the money to keep him, but
That's crazy.
yeah.
To say something like that, but that's true.
Yeah. Probably have to come up with 6 figures, I would think.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Luckily,
Just
we
to
got
keep
them
him around.
farmers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The college game has changed, man. It's
Yeah.
so crazy how dope it is for them now.
Has there been any talk about trying to move up NDSU?
Yeah. I know the Mountain West. I don't know if you guys were seeing, but the Mountain West.
I've heard of, moving up.
Yep. They were, they lost a few schools. And then a few schools, FCS schools. No, they moved some FBS schools around to their conference. They were looking at us, but we never got the invite. But I know.
Oh, really?
No, I know our athletic director. As soon as we get the invite, he wants to.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So we got to wait for them to invite us.
Yeah, no, we want to move up.
Wow.
Yeah, we're just waiting for people to invite us up to FBS.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this has been a debate for a while, but wasn't the reason that we can't move up was because of our stadium size and then population of NDSU or something like that? Is that not a thing?
The stadium size kind of has something to do with it. There are stadiums in the FBS right now that are smaller than the Fargo Dome, so it's not the end of the world that we don't have the biggest stadium, but it's more of like the TV deal and the TV money.
Oh.
So if you move like another school from FCS up to FBS, it takes out of like the total pie, or the total revenue, of all the other schools. So like Alabama and all those big schools that are earning hundreds of millions of dollars from their TV deals, they don't want a small school to come in and take a part of their chunk. So like big schools in the SEC have a huge effect on the Mountain West, not bringing us up into their conference just because they want to, keep their money.
Do you think being at like a not as big of a school helps with like keeping your spot, I guess, like when you think of it, because like with the amount of money going around at those large schools, like they're bringing in guys that are sophomores, juniors, just ready to go, like from JUCO or from smaller schools in general into their large school. Do you think like NDSU's? I think they're perfect right now, like where they're at. This is a good way for them to be and still get the community and people involved that people want to go see. You know what I mean? So. Do you feel like that saves your spot, not your spot necessarily, but college athlete spots in general, or do you think it doesn't matter and they bring in enough people as is?
I think it does save your spot to an extent. I mean, obviously the best player is still going to play, but NDSU really values high school recruiting and bringing kids in and developing them, whereas like other schools they don't really care. They recruit you out of high school. They're still looking for the best players regardless. But I think NDSU does it the right way. Coach Paulsek, I know he's only bringing in maybe like 2 or 3 transfers this year, just from guys that were losing from graduation. But I don't think being at NDSU, I'm not really worried about them bringing in a transfer guy at running back as long as I'm still here and performing. Putting it out on the field.
Yeah, that's what we were talking to Cody about, how NDSU does an excellent job of developing people. They definitely know how to pack the pounds on and put weight on for sure.
Well, and get guys into the next part of their career. Like obviously a lot of smaller schools can't do that, and NDSU's found a way. So it's very impressive, and they're bringing great guys in too. So I don't know. That is something to look forward to. Like you have a very good shot at at going to the next level as long as you keep putting the work in. So
yeah, just put the work in. They have the process all laid out for you. You just got to stick to it and
follow the plan.
buy into what they have for you. Like, we know it's worked out for a ton of guys that have come before you. So I feel like that just drives the team a lot too, knowing that it's out there for you to go and take it. Just got to put the work in. Maybe a little harder because we're underlooked, but as long as you put the work in, you can accomplish where you want to get to.
Yeah, it's nuts to think, like, I mean, Carson Wentz, Cody Mauk, freaking Trey Lance, like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sure there's more too, but
a
a lot more, but definitely is cool.
What's your goal? Are you looking to try to make it to the next level? Or?
Yeah, I want to play as long as I can. I mean, I think you're kind of stupid getting all this way to not, go on and get to the next level. I mean, obviously, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I could see myself playing in, the Canadian Football League or like some other league like that.
The
XFL?
Yeah, XFL.
Or the USFL or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if I would play in that, but like definitely the Canadian Football League would be fun. Like, they still make really good money.
Yeah.
And like, they're big time up there in Canada.
We got a guy.
They might be the American Football League soon, though.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
We got a guy at the gym. His name's Hans, and he's played in Germany a couple times. I'm pretty sure he's been to 2 different places in Germany and played for a team there. And he was like, it was a super cool experience. I mean, you get paid room and board, and you get paid money as well. It's not a lot of money, but you get paid, and it's definitely a cool experience to be able to do. And he doesn't have to do anything but play football and do what he loves and experience a whole new place. So, I mean, it's definitely a cool situation. How do you feel about, like, obviously it's not something you probably can do, but playing both sides of the football? Like, obviously it's a difficult thing in college, but going from high school and being a linebacker and a running back to now only playing one position, like, do you wish you could play or try and play 2 positions?
It would be fun to, but I don't think your body can handle it, especially if you're trying to play running back and linebacker, like 2 very physical positions.
Different physical.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Like cornerback and receiver, like obviously Travis Hunter did it, but you're just not in it every tackle. You're not getting tackled by the biggest guys every play. But if there was a way that my body could hold up and I was conditioned enough to do it, I for sure would love to do it.
Sure.
Play as many snaps as you can.
Yeah.
It's more fun being on the field than standing on the sideline watching the other guy
Definitely
play. So,
what do you think about the Heisman winner, and like, how do you think that could have gone another way, or would you have liked to see it go a different way?
I'd have liked to seen it gone to Ashton.
Yeah, you think it was?
I think it was rigged a little bit.
Yeah,
just because Travis was under the spotlight the entire year.
Yep.
And being from Boise State, Genty's kind of overlooked, and he's not playing the best competition. But I think he definitely should have won it.
Yeah, I thought so, and then they played their playoff game, and I was like, God, I really wish he didn't play like that. He did okay, he did fine, but like the 2 fumbles, and then like they got him.
Yeah.
So then, but that's a big school. I mean, like, it's different tier for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think Ashton should have won it too. I mean, you're talking, he is rearing a record of one of the all-time greatest running backs of all time. So it was weird for sure.
Yeah, and I think that last game has to be looked at with a grain of salt because the other team's going and looking at him and like, as long as we beat you, like, we're gonna beat Boise State. Like, they're not that great of a team. Like, they're a great team, but Genty is what got them to the playoffs. So they knew, if we put 8 guys in the box and we stop the run, we're gonna make the quarterback's gonna have to beat us. So
it's very true, very true. That was a tough time to see, like, and it's all for publicity.
Yeah,
which is,
it is.
Is interesting, but hey, that guy's got my name too, Deion Sanders. So he's putting on for us.
Yeah.
So when you were in high school football, or even now, like, you had a vision, you had a dream team you wanted to grow up and play for. Who was that?
University of Minnesota. It's not
Really?
it's not the biggest school, but I grew up being a Gophers fan. My dad's from Minnesota, so just the Gophers were always the team that I wanted to go to, play for as a kid.
If you could be like an all-star at another sport, obviously you had track and basketball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one would it be?
Man, I think basketball. College basketball is so cool. Like, if you got to play in March Madness, make a deep run in March Madness. I mean, I feel like there wouldn't be anything like it.
Yeah. Winning that championship would be
crazy.
Insane.
would be really crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, that's a good one. What about, did you do any other sports like as a kid or when you were growing up?
Soccer.
Soccer?
Yeah, 2 of my cousins play professionally, actually. One played in the MLS until 2 years ago. And now he's just kind of playing in whatever one of the lower leagues is. Then his sister, so my cousin, again, she's playing over in Portugal right now.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I've always been a big soccer fan growing up. I feel like if you're the greatest player of all time in soccer, I mean, nothing can beat that. Soccer's the most world-renowned sport, so you can dominate that. I feel like you're kind of the boss.
Yeah,
man.
So, Peter, are you still dating that same girl?
I am.
How's that going?
It's all right.
Want to give her a shout out?
Yeah, she's actually goes to Grand Canyon University in Phoenix.
What?
So yeah, we're doing long distance. Yeah, it's tough, but gotta see it through, I guess. I don't know if I should be saying I guess.
Yeah,
you gotta see it through.
Right, you gotta see it through.
We get it. We get it.
The mature thing to do.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
So how often do you see each other? Every break?
Yeah, every break she comes up. She's down at the game.
Where's she from around here?
She went to Davies.
Okay.
So she has family here.
Yeah, she has family here. So every time there's a break, she comes back and everything. But yeah, it's definitely tough. Like seeing her down in the warm weather. Like right now when I'm not busy, all I'm doing is chilling in the dorm, doing homework and playing video games. And she's out in the sun. I mean, it's kind of tough to look at.
Why did she decide to go down there?
Hates the winter.
Oh.
Cheaper than NDSU, and it's in warm weather. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
If I wasn't playing sports, I would have gone out in winter. I can't stand the snow.
It's not a bad reason.
Yeah.
She's like on a hike. She's talking to you
Like
on
here,
FaceTime.
I'm laying at the pool.
What's up? Yeah. That would be pretty tough right about now.
Yeah.
So you would consider yourself a man of faith, right?
I would.
You're a pretty
100%.
religious person.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
My parents kind of instilled it in me as a kid. We went to church every Sunday and brought me to Sundays or Wednesday school every Wednesday. And as a kid, I didn't really understand or like know what it meant to be a Christian. I feel like as I kind of matured, kind of saw like how broken I was and that I needed God. And kind of once I found my vulnerability in that, kind of touched me in a certain way. And that's kind of how it all went from there. That's kind of this easy story of it, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I went through some tough times. My grandma passed away from pancreatic cancer. My mom always she's a doctor, so she worked a ton when I was growing up. So my grandma basically raised me. And when she passed away, just the Lord touched me in a certain way and kind of changed ever since.
Struggling in a sense.
Yeah, struggling in a sense for sure. And, yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got, John?
With all kinds of stuff. You want to talk some more of the your fantasy football real quick? Before we move on to something?
Oh yeah, I'll talk about that. So
Okay, let's hear it.
So my awful take from last week.
What did you say?
I said the Vikings fans are just as bad as any other fan.
Which is BS.
Wait, are you going to retract this right now, or what do you?
No,
Oh, okay.
that's
gonna have to
completely
retract
true. It's completely true. And one of the big reasons why I said that is because they are always like this QB.
Wait a minute. Have you ever been to a Vikings game?
No, I don't.
Then how do you know how the Vikings fans are?
Because I know you and I know Chase and I know all of you guys. I'm in the place where all the Vikings fans live. What do you mean? Everybody in Minnesota is pretty much a Vikings fan.
Every Vikings fan that exists.
Sure.
Based on us three saying
exactly.
That we wanted to get rid of Kirk Cousins because he sucks.
Yeah, and Josh Dobbs is the man, and he's gonna be our new new daddy.
Who's the pastor?
Exactly.
Until he wasn't.
And then you guys are like, let's throw him away.
Well, what else are we supposed to do?
Let him play out the season. You guys aren't doing anything.
Let's keep having him throw interceptions.
And then you guys put Nick Mullins in. I don't even know who that is. Isn't that a YouTuber?
No, he's better.
What do you mean?
He's better.
Dion, you're a YouTuber. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. We have 2,600
I don't play football.
subscribers.
I can't throw touchdowns. That's the difference.
No,
So
your logic is so flawed.
I'm just saying the fans are terrible, but the Vikings.
What makes them terrible?
No.
That
Ask him what his favorite team is.
So who's your team?
The Eagles.
I feel that's
Philadelphia
the
Eagles.
worst fan base.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Thank
see,
you.
That's what they say.
I would say it's the Eagles or the Raiders.
Yes.
Those are top two.
The Raiders like have somebody die at the game every single time. There's no way the Eagles and the Raiders
The
are
Eagles fans
in the
just
same
are up
spot.
The Raiders are the only gang in the NFL, bro.
Yeah,
For real.
that's insane to even them and the Bills are insane. The Bills literally are slamming
Yeah, them
people
off,
on
yeah.
tables.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen any footage of an Eagles
Yeah,
fan.
that's just debauchery. The debauchery. That's not assaulting people like
They
Eagles fans
They do assault people. They get violently drunk and they get in fights.
No.
I've never seen.
Those are Eagles fans you're talking about.
I've never seen a video of an Eagle fan fighting somebody.
Oh, I can show you a lot of them.
You're just mad because
Those
they
beer
threw
cans?
bottles. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Don't run into the beer cans and watch
full
out.
beer cans at people just walking into the stadium.
They don't even give cans at the Minnesota Stadium anymore, so they don't. You don't have to worry about that next
Good.
time. Next time we come in
bunch
there
of
and slap this shit out of you guys.
Oh, I can't wait until Green Bay beats you.
Yeah. So anyway, and they're gonna lose out in the first week of the playoffs,
And
and,
then Green Bay's going to beat the Eagles.
and that's fine as long as we're both out. I don't care.
Good. Then what? We're going to root for the Chiefs?
We're gonna root for the Chiefs, all of us.
Come on over, boys.
Yep.
I'm lonely.
I want
Who's your
Travis-
team, Peter?
I'm a Vikings fan.
Vikings? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I would say this year I haven't really had much time to keep up with the NFL, but I'm definitely a diehard Vikings fan. Now that they're in the playoffs.
Did you watch him on Sunday?
I did. We had time to watch on Sunday. Tough game. I felt like
Not
It was a really tough game.
yeah,
That
Darnold.
was hard.
The receivers were open. Darnold just didn't make throws.
They
Yeah.
just couldn't. They couldn't get it on like 4th and goal, 3rd and goals. Like
Yeah,
that.
we were in the red zone
They
a ton
just
of times.
could
Couldn't
not
score.
make that happen when they got close, man. It
Said
was
that
crazy.
he had the yips. He was just like
Yeah.
panicking. Yip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly how he was tossing them too every time.
They were
Yeah,
on
it's
him though.
crazy.
That's they played really good defense for having a banged up defense. That's why I don't think there's a way that if anybody does beat them, it will be the Eagles, the Lions. With that being said, they're
Oh, get out of here,
they
dude.
they have such a good team. They're a really good team.
So if it came down to Eagles Lions, who's your pick?
I think the Eagles, if they play their top game, they win, but they don't ever.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
so I think the Lions would win, and I also feel like it has to be the Lions' year. Like they were so close and
Last year?
yeah, and it's just like this.
They've been
Is,
poverty for so long.
Yeah.
kind of destiny.
this is their chance. So, or else we're gonna get a repeat of the Chiefs versus the Eagles, and I don't know if I need to see that again.
No.
So,
Why, you don't want to get beat again?
no, that was a
He's getting
fluke.
beat either way. He
That
said.
was a fluke.
Want to get their cheeks clapped
That
again?
was a fluke. Did you guys see, with that being said, we're still on football. Travis Kelce was on his podcast with his brother, and his brother asked him, hey, you've got people saying that you guys threw the game, you took out all your starters, or they were on rest or whatever, and you guys threw the game so that the Bengals weren't in the playoffs.
Well, the Bengals head coach made a complaint about that, didn't he?
Yeah, they want them to be
Investigated or whatever.
yeah, they lose like 10 of their next 10 years of their first round draft pick or something weird.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But that's and then he said, we want all the smoke. I'll play the Bengals in the Walmart parking lot. I don't care. I want to play all the best teams. I'd rather play the best team first and just keep playing the next best team. And I was like, that's such a liar. Or you guys would have won.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
if you think you're gonna win the Super Bowl playing the Broncos, then you're not gonna be playing the
you're not
Broncos.
tested, yeah.
So
So you think that they lost on purpose?
they definitely did.
Carson tried. Let's be
He
honest.
probably tried.
Carson tried.
That doesn't mean everybody else.
he didn't know he was throwing the game for them. That was just part of
Yeah.
the plan on the coaching
Script.
staff.
They were like, you got this, Carson.
He
They
definitely
pepped
tried.
him
Go
up.
get him,
and
Tiger.
everything.
The way that he showed up to the game, he tried.
Yeah, he went ready.
It's one of those things where, like, they know about it, but not everybody else knows
doesn't
about
know.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude. Speaking of Carson, do you think he has a job after this year?
I don't think so.
You think he's out the league
Yeah, it's
for
been a
good?
rough run for that guy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't score one touchdown.
Can't put any points on the board.
They're going to be on.
Not one
The
touchdown.
Broncos wanted to be in the
Not
playoffs.
one touchdown.
They wanted it.
Not one.
But as a backup, I feel like he can be around. He's not going to ever
Maybe in the
start.
practice squad.
Yeah, I could see him definitely staying on the practice squad. but
Yeah, I don't
Backup.
think he'll be gone.
No, I don't think he can stay in the league. I think he's too slow.
Yeah.
Like mentally, I don't think he can process it anymore.
What do you think about like Kirk Cousins? Since you're a Vikings fan, do you think he'll have a job next year? Not a starting one, obviously.
No, I
but a
think he'll
job.
stay a backup somewhere.
Yeah.
Just kind of how he played this year. I mean, he started out pretty hot with the Falcons, but
Yeah.
just can't get it done at the end of the season. It was like that when he was at Minnesota too. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's smart for a team to take a quarterback that can't get it done in the postseason. So
Yeah. He's a lot less mobile too.
for sure, he's getting old too.
So, what about Aaron Rodgers? How do you feel about him with his torn Achilles?
I think you should hang the cleats up. If I
On
were
this
him,
year?
yeah, I'm hanging it up. I'm hanging it up. I don't care that I went out sorry. I'm hanging it up.
You don't think one more darkness retreat will help fix it?
I don't think so.
No. No. That's fair.
Well, before we veer off too far, man, so NDSU just won their 10th.
10.
Number 10.
2011.
10 big ones.
Yeah, and
last 14
we
years.
talked a little bit too, kind of before we started recording, but for the people that are going to watch this, man, can you kind of give a little insight onto what that celebration looks like for you guys after the game?
Yeah. So after the game, you go up onto the stage, kind of spend like 30 minutes up there, kind of just celebrate with the team, soaking it all in. All the fans are on the field, you know.
The energy's just
Yeah,
insane,
they're flying
right?
like North Dakota flags. There's confetti flying down. And I mean, kind of just trying to sit there and soak it all in. It's this is kind of surreal moment sitting there on the stage, but after the stage, you kind of go out, be with the fans on the field, take pictures, sign autographs and everything. Like even I was signing a ton of autographs.
That's awesome.
I got in on special
boy.
teams, but I didn't like make any real play. So
Attaboy.
I was kind of surprised to see people coming up and asking me for my autograph. But it was pretty cool.
They see the future.
Yeah, for real. I mean, a lot of people.
Do you get hit up by girls a lot?
I do.
Like in the DMs or
DMs, yeah.
what does it look like?
What does
Show us
that
the
mean?
pictures.
What does the DMs
What do
look
the girls look like?
No.
It's
What does the DMs look like?
Like normal. It's like normal pickup line. Like, hey, what are you doing? Like, are you going out to this party or something?
way.
Yeah.
Is your
mean, you're a
girlfriend out of
good-looking
town?
kid.
Yeah. What's your girlfriend doing?
Really?
Yeah.
They say that?
I mean, they
Well,
wouldn't say.
chicks don't care. They're
Yeah.
bad, especially college chicks. They're bad these days, man.
They don't care at all, huh?
No.
What would they care about? What do you mean?
Well, I
They,
just
they have
assumed
nothing
that.
to lose.
I just assumed that like girls around here were like
No.
more respectful. And
Yeah,
No.
like held back. Yeah, you
More
would think that being in the Midwest, but
Yeah.
it's college. It's
It
free
ain't
for
like
all.
that, huh?
No,
So do you not? What do you do? Just ignore them or
Ignore it.
Do you even open them?
no. I've heard that can get you in trouble with their girlfriend. anyway.
Honestly, I feel like Cody's trying to get you in trouble with your
Yeah.
girlfriend right now. So it's
ask
weird.
me all these questions.
Yeah. You know she's gonna be the first
Yeah.
one to
Yeah,
watch
look
this,
at
bro.
the kid. Look at the
You're
kid.
setting me up for
Yeah, but
failure.
look at the
Well,
kid.
do you open them at least?
Well, I'm just
do you
curious.
heart them? When you go on there, do you heart them and put a smiley face?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like
You
I'm
know,
just like my DMs are not getting frickin' riddled with. You know, I'm not taking frickin' shots from all these like ladies out there. So
Hey,
I'm
yeah.
just trying to figure out what
I
happened.
get it.
What's
I get
happening?
it.
What the
I mean,
game's
he's a
like?
good-looking guy. He's playing for Division One.
Yeah,
You got all
Champion.
What do they call those girls that chase after football players?
ball bunnies.
Ball bunnies.
Yeah, 'cause you know there's like snow bunnies.
And puck bunnies.
Yeah, puck bunnies, ball
Ball
bunnies.
bunnies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Coming from Wapaton, you'd think you'd know they love athletes. Women love athletes in general.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm aware, but I wanted to ask the questions.
Fair enough.
Wanted to ask.
Yeah.
That's good to know. That's good to know. But you know, you're a Christian dude, and you'll do what's right.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with all of the Travis Hunter drama with his girlfriend?
Girlfriend, I am.
What did you think about that?
I feel like you handled it pretty well.
By turning off all of his social media.
Okay, but would you stay with her? I mean, after seeing all that?
I wouldn't stay with her.
You would or wouldn't?
Wouldn't.
No, I think all the evidence is there. Like it's not what it looks like for
Yeah.
as far as what he's thinking he's got, man. And I think he needs to make a real conscious decision to just say, nah, there's so much better to come.
Seriously.
Yeah,
I think
for
he's
sure.
being stupid
That's
for
not
staying
good.
with her.
That's not good, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
I could see her like just trying to save face like so bad, and then just doing whatever she could to get pregnant.
Seriously.
Oh yeah, cash in.
That's the
Travel.
go-to. That's
Yeah.
the go-to.
That's the type though too. That's
Yeah.
that's the type right there, bro. Cash in.
He's gonna have so many bad chicks just.
Hitting them up. Oh my gosh.
He already does, but like he's gonna have they're gonna be active, like
Yeah.
they're trying to get at him because they're gonna try and trap him. He's gonna get trapped at some point.
Something's gonna happen.
Where do you think Tyreek Hill goes?
Cowboys, baby. See Parsons trying to recruit him.
That I did see that. He said we're gonna be the fastest team.
You guys are going to lose your head coach.
That's all right. I think it's time.
you sure?
I mean, it should be Jimmy Johnson, but
Are you a Cowboys fan?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
and
So-
Chiefs.
We just stayed down. Like the hotel that we stayed at was connected to their practice facility.
You get to
Yeah.
tour it.
Yeah,
That's
We
awesome.
got to see the Cowboys
Yeah,
practice
that's
facility,
dope.
which is pretty cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, I meant Jones. They need to get rid of him, bro. He needs to keep his
He's
nose
Gary?
out of the game.
Gary?
Yeah, he needs to keep
He's
his
not.
nose
He
out
said,
of the
"I'm
game.
not gonna let
I
go
know.
of this.
I
This is
know.
what I'm gonna do till I die."
And then what they did
wild.
to Cooper, bro, on the whole bonus and shit that he was supposed to get.
That
He
was
just-
insane.
And he, of all people, he had the audacity to be like, "Oh, I didn't even know anything about that."
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
He's
You were calling out of all the players, and all of a sudden you don't know the dude's
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah. No, he's actually one of the worst people that you've seen like do an interview or anything like that. Like he like will blow up on you if you call him out, like it's like completely valid. It's a valid call out.
Yeah.
Like you're right. And he's like, "You don't know nothing. I'll make you lose your job." Don't you talk to me like that. It's insane. Like, the fact that that's gotten out to the public and he's still like
Still there?
I mean,
Yeah.
but he's the owner, so you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do?
So before we get too far off track here, because we love to veer, you guys celebrate.
Yeah.
You win the championship. You're mingling with all the fans.
Yeah.
Everyone's excited. The energy's high as hell.
Yeah, crazy.
How do you guys celebrate from there? And how does Frisco welcome the Bison?
Yeah. So after we got off to the field, we went into the locker room. You know, everybody's smoking the cigars. We're kind of
Yeah.
having a good time in there. I mean, that was a good time. And then after that, we get onto the bus, head back to the hotel. Everybody kind of changes, get out of their stuff, and we go out. And every bar is letting everybody in. Like if you're under 21, they're letting you in, and they're treating the players like royalty. Like we're not even the hometown team, and
Right.
they're treating us like royalty. Everybody's, buying us food the whole time we were down there. If somebody needs a drink, they'll get it for you. And yeah, it was unreal how
Just
they
a
treated
5-star
us.
treatment.
Yeah.
Everywhere you went, you ran into North Dakota people?
Yeah. North Dakota State people everywhere. All the bars and like all the restaurants were decorated in green and gold.
No way.
I'm so serious. Yeah.
That's
It was
crazy.
it was wild.
You think they had that already pre-decorated, or did they wait till the game was over and quickly slap
like-
it up? They had both
That's a good
teams
point.
stacked up
I don't
in the
know.
bar.
I think we've been there so many times that
Well, they call it like South Fargo now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like t-shirts that's national championship like South Fargo. It's kind of what
That's tight.
it is. But I think like a lot of the bars actually have like permanent green and gold like fixtures in there.
That's
Wow.
pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You NDSU helped build that community up.
Yeah,
I'm sure. So
seriously.
they owe it
Put it
to
on the
them.
map.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we a kid in my class is actually from Frisco, and he said like growing up, everybody knows who NDSU is, and like people from Frisco actually like follow NDSU throughout the season, even though
It's crazy to hear growing up as if though it's been forever that the Bison have been dominating like this. But it's like,
2011.
it's
Yeah.
damn 10 years, over
Yeah,
10 years.
Over 10 years.
Yeah.
That's
growing
crazy.
up to it. That's nuts.
It's crazy to think he was like, when did you graduate? 2024?
2024.
Yeah.
That was last year.
I graduated in 2018. That's insane.
Yeah, you're an old man
it
now,
feels
bro.
weird. Yeah.
Went by fast.
Yeah, it went by real fast. Once
Oh,
you get
yeah,
out of
it's a
college,
blink.
it's like,
Like that.
Yep.
it's quick.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's good. You got a
Yeah.
long college career ahead of you. It's going to be,
Hopefully, yeah. Stay
Hopefully.
healthy. Stay
Yeah,
healthy.
you better.
You never know.
yeah. Yeah. What are you going to school for?
I'm majoring in biology. I'd hopefully like to get into med school after the football thing kind of pans out, but we'll see how I can balance. Like,
So you could do 5 years, right?
yeah, 5 years.
5 years.
5 years of that's just including your red shirt and then 4 of eligibility. But then if you get injured, you get like another year how many seasons you miss. So if you
Okay.
tear like an ACL, you can get 6 years.
Okay.
And then I know there's like other rules where you can get like some BS years. I don't know.
Yeah, after the COVID year, it seemed like you could play
That's
football
what I was-
forever.
Seriously.
Yeah,
So I
that's
know
why I
it
was
was like-
confused because I think Cody got another year.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. There's like a 9th year tight end that just left Florida. He was like 29 playing, 28.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. Just to think
Is
like
there an age limit?
No. Because I know a bunch of like baseball athletes. They like you can get drafted out of high school. So I know like people go play in the league in the MLB for like 3 or 4 years, and they come back and they play football, and like they're 25, 26 in their freshman year. So as long as you don't play like a collegiate sport, you can come back and play. Like there's not any age limit.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
There's like 50-year-olds playing junior college football. It's insane.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah,
At
Wahpeton?
NDSU, yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the guard.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
But he's old.
I haven't heard
He is
this. How old is he playing JUCO?
He's 45 or something like that.
Oh, he's still.
What?
What? Yeah, to
still
play
young,
football
bro.
with
What are you talking
a bunch of freaking guys who are just trying to get to a big school. Like they're just trying to get some money to go to school somewhere else. They're the hungriest guys you could want. Like
Dig up this old bastard.
He was out there playing, having a
he's
good
just
time.
having a yeah. He's like, it's pretty.
He gets to live his midlife crisis on the field, bro.
Oh, yeah,
That's
dude, I
awesome.
should fucking
Yeah.
do that.
It
That'd be
it
fun.
looks like fun, honestly.
I know,
Like
it looks like fun.
yeah. So
Should we go do it?
yeah, just 1 year. I don't think I
Film
can
it for the pod.
Let's run it.
End up tearing it up like
Oh, man.
JUCO All-American.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That'd be crazy.
That's what I told my wife's sister's boyfriend.
Finally, I
'cause-
can get my DMs full.
yeah, we can get some DMs from some chicks.
You're married, bro. You just want them to
Hey,
ignore?
don't worry about that.
You just
The
want
sad
stuff to
thing-
ignore?
Sad thing is it would probably happen. They'd be like, "Oh, you got money too already?
Nah.
All right,
Seriously, yeah.
No, I'm
So
good
your
on
girl
that.
she just must have a lot of faith and trust in you then, obviously,
Yeah.
because she knows that you're getting hit up, right? You're very
Yeah, I feel like the
transparent.
same with her though. Like
Yeah.
being down in
Oh, I'm
Arizona,
sure, yeah.
it's like it's a different environment down there. So, and it kind of goes both ways. Like
Yeah, you
trust
got to
me, not
have a
trust
lot
you.
of
Yeah,
trust,
you
for
have
sure.
to.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're a very good-looking guy and D1 sport athlete.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Bro, get in his
It's definitely
DMs, bro. What are you
tough.
doing here? Don't do it on air.
You would be surprised, like the people who don't have girlfriends, and even if they're not good looking, like how many good looking girls are like,
On the team?
Oh, yeah.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Popularity,
Like, we were-
popularity talks, bro. Money talks. Like,
Dude,
it
that's
doesn't
crazy.
matter. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, especially if like you're making a ton of money from NIL. Stupid.
Is there a lot of NIL money like
Hey,
at
yeah,
NDSU?
you know what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Hopefully we can get Cam on here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah,
Or you're going to get
I can make it happen. We
Well,
can
I've
see
been
if I can
waiting
make
for
happen. Yeah,
Oh,
But-
that'd be fire.
I was going to ask him the Dr. Pepper deal.
yeah. I know they made
Huh?
Like- years.
What?
Oh yeah,
That's legit.
So insane.
yeah.
Just to take a picture or whatever.
Take a picture,
with
like,
the Dr.
do a
Pepper kid.
Do a couple videos.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Dude, college football is
If
insane.
Diet Root Beer wants to sponsor the pod or something,
Root
dude,
Beer.
like, that's my
Yeah.
jam, dude.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Ooh, squirt. Give us a call.
Yeah, you do
It
anything.
don't matter. Fanta.
Fresca.
Some Mr. Pibb. I don't need Dr. Pepper either, man.
oh, man.
Some Mountain Lightning or whatever.
Oh, yeah, dude. Mountain Lightning. Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that is. Have you seen? I can't even remember the guy's name. I brought it up on the pod before. It's like one of the highest NIL deals. He's a freshman and he's
From Minnesota.
no. It's like in NCAA like announced he is a wide receiver, a quarterback. I told you guys
Yeah, I
this.
can't remember.
I can't remember, but he's getting like a crazy number. Now I'll look it up. You guys go ahead. Continue.
What position did he play?
I want to say he was one of the top quarterbacks coming out of high school right now.
Oh,
Is the kid from Tennessee?
Where's he going? That's what I'm trying to think.
Oh, he's going somewhere.
He's going somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember.
I remember we had the discussion because we were talking about like how it could mess a lot of these dudes
Oh, yeah,
up
yeah.
before they
There's
get
no-
to the NFL.
There's no development. or
Yeah,
anything
there's
like that.
there's nothing
Yeah.
to fight for to get into the NFL to try to become greater, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of them,
They get they get big and rich quick,
Yeah.
where it kind of ruins their development.
Yeah. And I know kids can get like NIL in high school now in some states,
That's crazy.
which is crazy.
That's crazy.
like making 5-6 figures
Because
as a high school
you have
senior?
no financial planner at that point. Like, you have all this money. Look what happens to like celebrities and rich kids when they get rich quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bryce Underwood, the number 1 quarterback recruit.
Yep.
He's going from Michigan, or he's going from LSU to Michigan.
Yeah.
That's the one. I was like,
10.5 million.
10.5 million is his deal.
I don't even know what you would do with it.
That's wild.
College could be the biggest paycheck for him. You know what I mean? Like, depending on what he gets out of NFL, if he were to make it, that's the crazy part.
And he got
they don't
that.
even need to go that far anymore.
He got that as a senior in high school.
Yeah.
He knows he's about to make $10.5 million.
How do you stay focused on your
don't.
education at that
You
point? You know what I mean? Like,
don't.
that's what I mean.
No.
You can't. You're wearing your diamond chains in your football uniform on the field, and you just don't give a damn. You know, like,
I'm not going to
too
school.
much.
I'm not
Yeah,
even.
I
I'm
mean,
not.
you're paying.
Somebody else is
you're
doing
paying
that.
somebody.
Yeah, for real. No way. And I'm getting all A's too, guaranteed.
Bro.
I make more than the
like this was a
professors.
doctor and a football player somehow.
Yeah.
Be like, I don't know shit, but I'm a doctor.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad because there's gonna be a lot of people doing that for sure.
So I imagine this is the chase for you, man. You got to get your bag now, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna work on that and grind it
For
out,
sure.
see what you can pull off.
Yeah, they have like NIL money coming through, just like the program. You know, we get a good amount just for being like a role player.
Nice.
But yeah, definitely like looking out for bigger deals as I, hopefully,
Sponsorship deals.
yeah,
and-
sponsorship stuff like that. So
That's good. Yeah.
So I follow you on Instagram.
yeah,
You're terrible at posting.
yeah,
You don't post ever.
yeah. But you'd be surprised like how many brands have like personally hit me up.
Really.
Yeah, even though I'm rarely active on social media.
But they will use your image on their pages and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of it is just like, next year I'm living over at an apartment and just like posting where I'm staying at. Like they'll give me half off my rent or like stuff like that. Like those are like the type of deals that
Really?
people do too. Like if you're getting groceries at Hornbacher's, like I know a couple guys know this or have this. Like they just post like a Hornbacher's tweet or post on their story that they're getting their groceries at Hornbacher's and they're getting crazy discounts. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
good deal.
That's awesome.
yeah, it doesn't just like mean cash money. NIL can be like discounts and stuff like that, which is cool.
Maybe H&I needs to
Yeah, for real.
sit down and talk with
Yeah.
Peter.
We'll put the
Yeah.
whole team on, bro.
Seriously.
H&I and the gym.
There you go.
Free memberships for everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Spread the word.
That would be
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
But definitely, I mean, when you're working 12 hours a day, like
Yeah.
school and sports,
Football,
like
yeah.
it's you got to make
a
money
full-time
somehow.
job.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely worth it for people, and they deserve it. That you're an athlete, and that's gonna take time off your body.
Seriously.
and stuff. So
For sure.
definitely.
So if you're getting hit up for a bunch of deals already, what's your deciding factor? Like when you're turning them down and whatnot?
More like, what can I see myself doing in the future? Because if I accept like a contract right now,
Right.
it'll probably have like a 3-year or like 4-year timestamp on it. Like, why
Gotcha.
would I take $2,000 here right now when I could potentially get $20,000, $30,000?
Right. But
in the next.
this could be a conflict of interest if they hold you for 3
Yeah.
years as opposed to you being able to be open for that.
Yeah, exactly.
That
So I
makes
feel like
perfect sense.
right now I'm just playing the waiting game. I don't think it's worth it to do anything right now.
You're gonna earn the right one.
do
Yeah.
you
Sure.
like keep in touch with your like a coach, or is that just kind of something you deal with, or your family, your mom, dad?
Personally,
Yeah.
I just kind of deal with it myself. The coaches can't help you
with
out
that.
and get
They can't
deals. I
influence
think they
that.
can get in big trouble for doing that.
Conflict of interest.
But
Yeah.
even when you're trying to decide on like what you want to take,
But
do you talk to the guys, like other
yeah,
players
we all
and stuff?
I talk to just people in my class, and yeah, we kind of just all talk it out together, seeing who's
Good.
getting like the same deals and what we think is the right decision to make. So
Good.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely, especially coming from high school where they don't teach you much about
No.
getting money
Well,
no.
and what to do with it.
Yeah.
That's what
seriously.
I was talking about. I said, what I'm saying was, you watch all these rich kids. They fall apart. Yeah. They don't know how to handle having all that money with no responsibility.
Yeah.
And so when they get out there in the real world, they just fall apart. Like you notice it with a lot of athletes too. When they're done playing their respective sport, they blow all their money and they're broke. They go broke.
yeah,
Like Tyson was absolutely broke before he started coming out of the woodwork again. He was broke.
Yeah.
When nobody teaches you. It's like they say second generation wealth in terms of business. Usually it's the son or the kids of the ones who started the business that fail the business afterwards because they never had to earn anything. They never had to strive for it. They just grew up in it and it was handed to them and they don't know how to keep it because they don't have the work ethic, the discipline, the mentality for it. So, yeah, that's how it works.
Definitely. And I mean, you think of like, throw me a couple $100,000, I'd make a lot out of that at this point in my life. Yeah. No, I get, with what I
now
know,
you have the sense.
I could use that money pretty wisely and make it grow for me rather than
spending it.
Yeah,
throwing it away.
When you're younger, and even just a few years ago, I'd have been like, "Let's blow this." So the big mindset change for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, I hope that you save your money. Then you know that.
Yeah.
Save your money and invest it wisely.
Yeah, they have like athlete. People in the athletic center that kind of help you go through it too if you ever need help.
Yeah.
Like I know Cam and everybody else is getting big deals has definitely been talked to about how to be smart with what they're getting. So
definitely just freaking open a Roth, max that out every
year.
Do you think that he'll go anywhere?
Like in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll have a shot.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, he's undersized, but I mean, he's been a dog all year.
Yeah, he's
been a dog for the last 3 years.
Yeah, he's one of the best quarterbacks this year I've seen at NDSU.
Yeah,
so accurate. He's got wheels.
Yeah, he's got wheels.
Willing to put everything on the line.
On the field too, man. It's incredible.
Vision.
Oh.
Yeah. So I really do hope that he makes it. You know?
Yeah, and
somebody could use him.
Yeah, over the season we always have like NFL scouts in at practice. And I know, like, a lot of them were asking about Cam and stuff like that. So.
Really? Wasn't there some linemen that were going to go too, or no?
Yeah, Gray Zabel. He's going to go in the first round probably.
So sick.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's kind of wild, like, getting to know him and knowing that, like, he's going to be a first-round draft pick and, whenever the draft is.
Yeah.
Like, I've built a pretty cool relationship with him.
Good.
And, like, his brother's one of my best friends. He's in
his number so we
class.
can get him on the pod.
Yeah. I think he's down training right now. Like, he flew from Frisco over to where he's going. I probably shouldn't say where he is at.
Yeah.
But.
I could take that out if you want me to.
Yeah.
Is he playing in the bowl too or no?
In the Reese's Bowl?
Was it the Sugar Bowl?
The Reese's Bowl?
Is it? Reese's? Yeah, Reese's Bowl.
Yeah, he's going to play in that.
Okay.
So.
That's super cool. Just to, like, be surrounded by that kind of talent.
Yeah,
like,
it's wild. And, like, the first kind of few weeks of fall camp, when you're just getting into the program, that's when, like, all the NFL scouts start coming. Like, as a freshman, you're trying to just, like, focus on what's happening, like, the simple parts of the game while you're just getting accustomed to the program. And you see, like, these NFL scouts over to the left, so you're trying to make, like, a cool play so you can be seen by the scouts. But
did you do that?
Yeah, you're trying to like show off, like, make a good move on somebody, but you end up running the wrong route or something. Like, you're trying to look good for the scouts, but really should be trying to look good for the coaches.
I think almost every year we get somebody that's drafted. So I suppose that the scouts probably swarm the Bison like a fucking beehive.
Yeah, we had probably a different team in every day for like 2 months. Like teams would be back multiple times throughout a month, like checking up on players. Like it'd be 3 teams one day on Monday, 2 teams on Tuesday, another 2 teams on Wednesday.
Wow.
Like you wouldn't think that NDSU has like this many NFL scouts in town, but we had a ton of scouts in this year.
That's good. Keep it up.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Good?
Yeah, we're good. Before we go, though, you want to share any of your social media stuff, or you got enough attention?
I'm good. I don't need the publicity.
Dude.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Maybe just like put it in the thumbnail or something.
This pod's gonna blow up, dude. I'm telling you. We're
will.
gonna get you those NIL deals.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Peter, thank you so much for coming
Great
on.
Conversation.
It's awesome. I can't wait to watch you playing at the Fargo Dome and hopefully in Nashville
Next year.
hopefully.
Yeah.
And then hopefully maybe someday you get
League.
drafted to the league.
Vikings. We'll see.
Yep. I
Call it right now. Manifest it.
Yeah. And then they'll win their first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I
MVP,
expect
we'll come back here.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
all 3 of us will get wedding invitations to your
Seriously.
wedding. Yeah.
Put me on, everything like that. Yeah.
And last but not least, get me Cam Miller.
I will. I'll have to get you somebody big for sure.
That'd
Okay.
be awesome.
Cam might be busy, but we'll have to get somebody
Good.
over here. I know they'd love to do it. So
Cool shit.
Yeah.
Cool. Right on. Well, congratulations to you guys again on
Thank
making
you.
10 big ones, man.
thank you.
Everybody else, we appreciate you guys for checking us out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the channel. Tell your friends about us. Don't tell your friends about us. Talk good, talk bad. Doesn't really matter as long as you're talking about us. Peace.
Yeah.